Hey guys, Pacific OG94 here, and I'm coming at you guys with another video. And this video isn't gonna be like a joking video like I did yesterday. It's actually a serious video, or somewhat serious at least. And I just want to talk to you guys about the state of the community, the state of internet as a whole, the state of our world as it is currently. So first I'm going to get on to the state of our community. And if you don't know what our community is, it's obviously Godzilla community and stuff. I mean, yes, I do Star Wars stuff, but, well, not a lot. I have like 2 Star Wars videos, but my main community focus is Godzilla. So that's what I'm starting with. And, oh, actually, let's change it. Let's say communities as a whole. But I'm just going to refer to it as our community from now on. So, our community is slowly and slow, whatever. It's slowly getting worse. Yeah, I still have a very bad cough for some odd reason, but our community is just getting worse and worse because we have just been having groups of people. I'm not saying names or anything, but there have been people that have been just doing things that have basically been making us look bad. I'm gonna use the Sonic community as an example. In Sonic, you have all the people who form DeviantArt, I think it's cancer, but you have all those people who, if you say one opinion about anything, they're gonna argue with it, and that's where our community is turning into. For example, Shin Godzilla. If one person goes and says Shin Godzilla is better than 2014, or 2014 is better than Shin Godzilla, people end up having an uproar about it. People will go and fight, they'll yell at each other, they'll have all these wars via like Facebook or via YouTube and stuff, just in comment sections, just going nuts, going crazy at each other, saying F-bombs, calling them words and stuff, basically saying, oh, you bunch of this and this. I'm trying not to swear, but they basically just attack them for stating their opinion. That's not the way the world should work. That's not the way our community should work. Just because someone states an opinion and you have a different view on that doesn't mean you attack them. If I go right now and say Zilla 1998 is my favorite Godzilla movie, you should not go and say, you're not a real fan, you don't agree with that. No. You simply just say, oh, okay, or you just say that's cool. You don't have to fight with them. If they like something that you don't like the same way, you don't call them a dummy for it. Or, okay, screw it. A little bit of swearing. You don't call them a dumbass for it. You don't say, oh, you're an idiot and stuff. Just because someone has a different opinion than your own does not mean they're wrong. People are allowed to have different opinions. That's what people have to get. That's what our community has to get. If someone says something that you disagree with, that doesn't mean that you have to go and start insulting them. Just simply accept it. For example, like I said, if someone says they like 1998 as their favorite film or something, and you're one of those Japanese fanboys or something that starts saying, oh, it's not a real film and all that, just because they like it doesn't mean you have to go on attacking them. And that's the one thing I don't get. I mean, it's not even in communities, it's in real things. Like, I hate to bring this up, but let's go on to, like, the presidential candidate. If someone goes and says that they prefer Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton, or reverse, one, they gotta stop preferring both of them. I'd rather have a Rock as president. But basically, if someone just, like, someone goes up to me and goes and says, who do you want for president? I say their opinion, will be like, oh, no, I want this person. I'm not gonna go up to them and say, oh, well, you're freaking gay and all this. I'm not gonna do that. Because that's not how people should work with each other. You're not supposed to go and start insulting someone for having a different opinion than you. That's why we live in America. We live in a country for freedom, not to be oppressed when someone says something that you don't like. Second thing is just certain things people say. It kind of goes on to the opinion thing. If you guys bring up a topic and someone doesn't like it, for example, recently I saw a podcast that my buddy Future Freshman showed and made a video on about this one person calling someone else the N-word and all this stuff, which they did apologize for and everything, which was very mature of them, instead of just going in his comments hating on them. The thing, just because they stated a topic that they didn't like, that's not what you should do. If someone brings up something you don't like let's say I start talking about the color purple, and let's say purple drives you mad, you hate the color purple. That is no excuse for you to go up to me and start calling me names, trying to pick on me, trying to start a fight, just because I said something that you don't like. Again, it's all about opinions. People are allowed to have different opinions than you. Just because you have one opinion doesn't mean it's the right opinion. That's what people have to understand. It's just, on the internet, you can't do anything if it doesn't agree with another person. You go on any popular YouTuber, for example, Markiplier's fan base is pretty good, but you go on like PewDiePie or something like that, you go to his comments. One person goes and says one type of insult, there will be thousands upon thousands of replies to that, basically calling them faggots and dummies and all this other stuff. They're basically just be insulting them over and over, just for stating their opinion. You can't go on to something anymore and just say what you think of it without being criticized. The way the world works today, I could be criticized for making this video. Hell, I could get thousands of dislikes on this video for stating my opinion on something. I'm saying that our generation, our world today, has to let little things go. If someone doesn't like something you don't like, that does not give you the excuse to start insulting them. If someone prefers something over another, that does not give you an excuse to start insulting them. If someone says anything, in their own view, you can argue or you can debate over it. Yes, you can go on and start saying, well, I think, and you can state your opinion, going on saying how they're wrong and stuff, but you don't go up to them and say, oh, well, you're a gay faggot, you fruit, and all that stuff. I don't know why I'm using the word faggot a lot. I don't know. I think a lot of 12-year-olds use that, but that does not give you the excuse to do stuff like that. And like I said earlier, I could get a lot of hate for this. People could go and say, oh, well, you're stating your own opinion on this subject, and I don't agree with it. Time to start hating you. That's not what you should do. Now, I'm not trying to scapegoat myself by saying don't dislike this because of or else you're being against my opinion. You're allowed to dislike it. That's why there's a dislike button. You're allowed to have your own opinion. And if someone in the comment section goes on and says, I hate you for this video or something like that, don't go on saying, oh, well, you're a freaking loser for that or something like that. You don't have to argue with them because that's what they want. People will comment things called baiters or trollers. If you make a video and they go on saying this video is trash, don't reply. Just skip those comments. Ignore them. Or better yet, delete them. For example, I had this one guy during a live stream who asked if I was gay or straight. I told him I'm straight. He went and said, you're like my brother. And I'm going to have 2 images up during this. He said, you're like my brother because both of my dads don't like that, which I'm guessing means that he has homosexual parents. He spammed my message box with calling me a hetero because of me stating an opinion. Just stating something in general that he didn't agree with. This is, my arm's bleeding now. Anyway, this is literally the state of the world today. You cannot go anywhere without being criticized or criticizing someone else. What I'm asking is to change that. Now, I'm not exactly a huge YouTube channel. I only have 500 subs. I'm not exactly like the king of YouTube or anything like that, but I do think this video I'm making is decently important. Join what I'm trying to do. Don't go on, if you watch something you don't agree with, don't go on them hating the person for making it. Now, if it's something like saying 9/11 was the best thing ever, then you have an excuse. But if it's something little like saying, well, I think this guy's channel is terrible because he likes a fan base that I like, and that's not okay. Don't be pathetic like that. Rise above that level of immaturity and realize what you were about to do was wrong and not humane. And not humane enough, it's a terrible word. Basically, don't do stupid stuff like that. Be a mature human being. That's another thing with people like hypocrites. There's this one guy whose rant I watched, which I really hated it, because he was going on saying this guy's channel was dumb. And He basically says channel is dumb because, one, he doesn't have his own channel art, which he did have his own channel art. He had his own channel banner, which he made via Photoshop. Now, I use Photoshop, so I know what I'm talking about. The guy who was making a video criticizing him, Google Images. Second point, he said he likes Five Nights at Freddy's fan base of Five Nights at Freddy's. This guy's changed his name 4 times and have Five Nights at Freddy's in his name. And again, that's so immature to do. You don't hate on someone just because they like something that you don't. Then he just had no other valid points. His one point was he didn't like this video that a guy made a while ago and he didn't like it. That's what his points in a rant. Not one of those is a logical explanation. So just don't be like that. That level of immaturity is what's driving our world as we know it, or our civilization down. We're just going down, especially communities and YouTube itself. All I'm saying is stand above that. Don't fall to that level. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.